Hello guys, this is the Walk Movie Review. So we're just gonna share some of our thoughts, the good, the bad, and the overall response. So John, you go first.
The
For the
walk.
good.
The walk. Any of you, who are looking for a good, visually interesting film, this is a go-to film. I can't get over the visuals at all. It creates great suspenseful moments with the shots alone. It also creates some really intimate scenes really well. The coloring, yeah, just everything about it is just magnificent.
Yeah, yeah. Like he said, the visuals are beautiful. The Twin Towers look so realistic, and I like how they colored the Twin Towers and make it look beautiful in a way. It's not just your everyday building. It's not black and gray. It's not like basic colors. They colored it in a way that makes you like oh my god, this is a beautiful film. And I love the characters in it. I love the acting. I did not question one actor in this movie. The accent, I thought it would annoy me, but it did not.
I need you to help me pull this off.
It did not annoy me, no. Like
So-
tightrope. Ugh. And at the halfway point of this film, it wasn't just like a true story anymore. It was a suspenseful, basically, if you want to think about it, it was like a heist, but they weren't stealing anything. They were just trespassing. So that's what it was like. So
Trespassing.
yeah, it was trespassing, heist style, sneaking in and out. And I was on the edge of my seat through the second half of the film. So see that you.
First off, if you're afraid of heights, I wouldn't recommend this movie.
But it was so
Before,
fucking
but
scary.
you would have to take pills first before that.
Yeah, my nerves.
But it was a really good film. It was a really suspenseful film. I really liked the main character and how he walked across the Twin Towers and just laid on his back like it was
That-
nothing.
freaked me out. I'm like, yo, stop
like,
it, stop.
It's nothing. I'm just gonna kick back.
He's
and
like,
relax.
the cops were just like, they're both on both towers. He's like, okay, I must not go. I'm not leaving. I'm not losing. And he just sits back and relaxes. I'm like, "Argh!" The whole entire time he's on the Twin Towers, which was like 15 minutes, a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. But it was so suspenseful. It made the 15 minutes. It could have been 5 minutes for all I know. It just seems so long because you're on the edge of your seat the entire time. Love this movie. I love the cinematography. How they just make you fear it even more because they keep on shooting down, they keep on shooting up. I don't know why, but when I look up at a building, when I'm like right under it, like pretend there's right here is a building. If I look up, I'm gonna get disoriented. I'm gonna fall. I felt like I was gonna fall off my seat. I'm sitting back and relaxing. I felt I was like that. I'm like, that takes a lot of hard work.
I was making a joke while we're in the theater, and I was like, then I decided I was going to walk back, and the next thing you know, he actually starts doing. I'm like, oh, I was only joking. No,
Okay.
stop.
Stop it, bro. I was joking.
Honestly, I mean, even then, like the symbolism of that wire he keeps on holding, at least within the first
Yeah,
half,
yeah, like the-
it's like his
dream.
dream. It's part of his life. It's like, what's great is that if you're an artist, like you strive for these kinds of things. I mean, obviously not walking through.
Tightropes.
Tight
Do not
ropes.
do that. Do not do that. One
Don't.
thing that kind of made me question this film, like how the cops were like, "This good job, right?" It kind of made me seem like they're congratulating him for breaking a law in some sort of way. Yeah, I get it. Like it was like, "Yo, good job for accomplishing your dreams." It seemed like you just broke a law, bro, and we had to arrest you. But guess what? Congratulations. I'm gonna rob a bank because it's my passion. Congratulations, you just passed your passion. Good job. Like, yay. What are you gonna do now as a court order? You can rob smaller banks. You can rob the kids or across the street. Yay. Oh my god. So that's just gonna lead me into the negatives. There's not a whole lot of negatives. It's just nitpicky type stuff. So I'll start it off. The one thing that did kind of bother me, obviously this was before 9/11 because of the Twin Towers and all that stuff. Who's gonna let a guy carry all that machinery, the ropes, the bolts, and all that stuff? Like it could have happened, right? It most likely did happen, but the way they portrayed it, they made it to a joke. I'm like, you're just gonna let him go?
Anything to declare?
I'm going to hang a high wire between the two towers of the World Trade Center and walk on it.
Good luck.
Not gonna question him at all. You're not gonna question his sanity for
Are
saying
you talking about at the airport?
yeah, at the airport.
Oh, I didn't like that one.
It's not I didn't like it. It just made me think like, why are you letting him go? Like, are you gonna question this at all? He just said he's gonna break a law. You're like, good luck with that.
Now, who would think you're going to do a tightrope thing across the World Trade Center
True.
at that time? There's
True.
no. It's not like it's a given. You know, they're like they think he's he's goofing around. So clearly, I mean, yeah, it's still,
Yeah, true.
it can be questionable, but it's not like it's.
Yeah,
You
like,
know,
it didn't ruin the movie or anything.
It
like
didn't ruin it, or it's not too ridiculous to the point like it's absurd. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like a small thing. Like I did
But
say,
it's, you
it's
know.
nicky picky right here, and another thing that I was fine with, because like he stated earlier when we were in the car driving here, he's fine with it. I'm all right with it, but I wish I got to know the characters a little bit more, and that's because like I just know we know a lot about the main character, the French Pepe Le Pew guy.
You mean Philip?
Philip, yes. Felipe. I'm going to call him Felipe because that's how the subtitles did it. So, Felipe, we knew a lot about him. We knew a couple things about his friends, but when he started recruiting a lot more, we didn't know jack shit about them. Just like, yo, you're going to do this across the World Trade Center? I will help you. Like, cool. But I wanted like to see a little bit more about them because they were just used as tools. Like, we don't have to know, like, their entire backstory. Are they married? Did their parents die? Did they get a speeding ticket? I don't care about that. I just want to know a little bit more. Little bit. Not a whole lot. Like, oh, yeah, I was born 1932. I was born at 9:38 a.m. I don't... all that shit. I just want to know, why are they helping him? What led them to that point where they're going to help him? Don't waste a whole half hour. Just... you can make it a 2-minute scene. Like, why do you want to help? Oh, because I have a passion, and I never could get to that passion because no one really assisted me. Now I'm going to help assist you. See what I'm getting at? I make sense. I feel smart. Made it off the top of my head. I didn't write this shit down. I feel smart. You guys on the Nicky Picky side of the story?
Don't forget about the narration, Kyle.
Oh, yeah, the narration. Wasn't a huge fan of it, but didn't take me out of the film. And if you guys don't know the story, the narration could have spoiled the film, but it's a true story, so get over it.
You know,
And, like,
then again, I usually question that kind of stuff with narrate, going back to the narrator and all. But judging by the way they done it, it wasn't to the point where it was like obscenely obtrusive.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do it constantly. It was like it would come like every now and then, that sort of thing. It wasn't very
yeah.
striking and glaring. If anything, though, it's still a very questionable rule, I guess. Do
but-
we really show that often? How often do we show it?
Yeah,
but it's not to the point where it's
yeah.
absurd, like we were talking about earlier. But I guess in a way, it can spoil a little bit if you're in suspense. It may relieve you a little bit. It might kill it, but
Yeah.
um.
There was times where the narration did work.
Yeah.
Because, like, especially with a joke, like, he said that, I forget, but there was a time where he was, like, running from the cops, and, like, he was like, oh, I'm not going down right here, right now, and he just turns around, and the cops are like, no! He's like, haha, and I'm like, that's when I liked it. So, we're gonna give our grades. So, you start this metal thing off.
I have to give the film a B+.
Boom! John?
My system is different. I give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars.
So ruined the system, John. Ruined the system.
But
So-
if we're going by your scale, it's a B+ or an A-.
Okay, that's good enough. So we'll give it a BA mixture. Boom. I'm gonna try to find a graphic just
From
to
the
put that in. It's just like a BA mixture.
He's from the A-Team.
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna give this film a B+. Stunning visuals. I do recommend you watch it. It's coming out of the theater soon
Oh.
because it's running out of time. What?
Fantasy goers, if you like visuals, it could even, if you're making fantasy work, it has fantasy-esque like visuals.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
definitely go for that if you're a fantasy goer. 'Cause
Yeah, if you want, like, have some good visuals in there, and you're like, I want to see how to make a visual look like fantasy-like, but it still be a real film, this is the film to go see. So, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that crap. Later, and goodbye. Bye. Everybody say bye. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, go to hell then.